Welcome to another episode of E&D's How to Make Tech Easy. Today I'm going to show you how to install an application that I built that allows you to obtain music files from your media server, which is a DLNA server, and I'll explain that in a minute, and it plays it on a DLNA renderer. So to get started, the first thing you'll need to do is open up your browser, and I'll put my browser here and okay, and we're going to go to sourceforge.net, and we're going to search for DLNA music controller, and you'll see it pop up right here, and then you just click download. Once you've clicked download, you give it a moment and it will then start to download it, and it will put it into your downloads folder, which I'll show you here. And then you'll click on the DLNA music controller setup to start its execution. And in this case, my Windows PC is asking me for approval, which I'm going to say run anyway. And I'm now going to shut down these other windows so you can see this more clearly. I'm just going to say next, install, launch, and up comes the application. I'm just going to make it a little smaller so you can see a little bit better. There we go. And what this application does is it enables you to scan your network by saying select devices, device search, and if your network has any media servers on it, which are Digital Life Network Alliance servers, that's a universal standard that most boxes or servers have, and that could be in the form of a NAS drive, or it could be form of other devices that do this. So here on my NAS drive, I have a DLNA server running, and this allows me to pick content from it. And then the renderer is another type of device that plays the music, and here I have a Volumo universal plug-and-play DLNA renderer. Now you can look up the definitions of these devices if you'd like to learn more about them, but by pressing confirm, now the application allows me to come back and pick the music that I would like to play. So I click on music, I can click on an artist, a genre, or other means of how the data is sorted on my NAS drive. So here I'm going to pick by artist. I'm going to pick, for example, 10,000 Maniacs, and I'm going to pick the first 3 songs. So but just clicking on these songs, they will automatically populate over to the play queue, and now you're ready to play the music. But before I go there, just a little more background. You can see that I'm in the 10,000 Maniacs artist. At the bottom here, I have the NAS storage device called the TerraStation that has the music on it. And on the right, I have the renderer showing it with a little speaker. And then the action is what the renderer is doing at that moment. Right now, there's no action because I haven't pushed play. So I'm now going to push play, and then it will start playing on the renderer, and you can hear it in the background. While the song is playing, I can actually do other things. I can make the screen larger or smaller depending on what I need to do with the lists that I have. It also shows you the progress meter. It tells you the type of music it is and the track number from the album. If I click pause, it will stop playing, and then you can click play again, and it will continue from where it last left off. If I push stop, it will stop playing, and you can see the no track playing message here because I don't have anything playing on the renderer. So we can click play again, and it will play the first track in the queue. Then if I want to play the next track, I click next track while that other track was playing, and it will advance to the next track. So that's basic functionality. Stopping it is stop button. And then this allows you to clear the queue, and you can load other music. So if I want to go back to a different artist, I click back, and now I can pick a different artist. A lot of artists here. So I can click Above and Beyond. I can click Blue Sky and click play on Blue Sky. So here there's a little more information. So this is telling you the bitrate of the song. So I click stop, and that's it. So that's a demonstration of the DLNA music controller that you can run on your Windows PC. So one other feature of the application is if you click on a little about, you can see I wrote it. I created it in June. This is the first version. It's an alpha version, so don't expect it to be perfect. And then if you have any comments or things you'd like to create a support ticket, click on Create Support Ticket, and it'll open up a window and my WordPress website, bring you to the DLNA Music Controller support, where you can complete an email request to me with the information you'd like to share or comments, etc. There's a privacy policy here as well. And I thought I'd show you that to wrap up this demonstration. So thank you again.